let's first of all say hello and good morning to Man United fan Darren Webb. Darren, how are you
doing? I'm a lot better now. We've just actually set off to Manchester, so looking forward to the journey down. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the day.
Okay, all right, so you've just set off. So we just said hello to you. Well, let's check in with talkSPORT's Graeme Courtney. Graeme?
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Where are you?
Well, we are just at the point, we've just gone past Wetherby.
Okay.
So we've got around about, ask the driver, how much further we got to go from here? What do you reckon in terms of time? About... Yeah, so we're due in around about 1 o'clock into Wembley. So
fantastic.
So yes.
Yes.
It's all going to plan.
Where's the first port of call, Graeme? Where are you going to stop when you get to London?
Oh no, I think we go
straight to Wembley.
Straight to Wembley.
Yeah, straight into Wembley. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
We are going to stop at a service station on the way down.
All right. So, Graeme, you're on a coach, I take it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's I think must be how many people are on this bus, by the way? About 71. We've got 71 people on the bus. So
fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. Really comfortable.
I can imagine there's a convoy of buses making their way down from the northeast. Likewise from Manchester as well. Darren, are you on a coach or in a car? How are you travelling down, Darren?
We're on a coach. We've got 8 coaches just leaving Manchester City Centre now. No, not a spare seat to be seen. Everyone's in a good mood, and hopefully we're that way about 6:30 tonight.
Darren, it's quite incredible that both clubs, have had a real massive turnaround quite quickly, and the enthusiasm now from United fans, and certainly at Old Trafford, has changed dramatically with the atmosphere.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We've had some bad times since Sir Alex left. We've had a few ups but more downs, and you can't knock what Ten Hag's done for the club. He's had a few massive decisions to make, getting rid of Ronaldo, sorting out the Jadon Sancho situation, and sorting out the Maguire thing with him being the club captain, and he's done everything brilliantly, and the football's been brought on. And now, Tony, it's like it was, Old Trafford is feeling like a fortress again, that we're never going to get beat. Years and years ago, the Barcelona game, we would have got beat there, but we come back, we never know when we're going to get beat, and you've got to give all the pundits to the manager. Fair play to him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Darren, to give him all the credit for this turnaround in what's been, it feels like, a very short space of time. In terms of today's final then, and we'll get to Graeme Courtney and get his thoughts on this as well, but Darren, first of all with you, in terms of winning this game, where will it be won for Man United?
Midfield, we bought a player there from Real Madrid and people questioned him, saying he's too much, 70 million. I think we should go back to Real Madrid and give him another 20 million. He's been absolutely fantastic. Been absolutely fantastic, Casemiro, and you've seen that, especially in the Arsenal game, how he missed his composure. So I think the game's going to be won and lost in midfield, but, you don't win all those La Ligas and Champions League trophies if you're not half right, and if a right touch that Real Madrid decided to sell him. But there's other players who've come on. You look at Luke Shaw, not put a foot wrong this year, played at centre-back. You look at Martinez, who absolutely got slaughtered by a load of pundits. He's too small, he'll never make it in the Premiership. When fair play to the manager, he's brought some great players, a few more additions in the summer when hopefully the takeover happens, and we won't be far off challenging for the league.
Graeme, we had a very positive Darren there, a Man United fan. Can you interview or give us someone from a Newcastle perspective who is equally as positive? Because there's a lot to be positive about.
Oh, absolutely. Hang on a second. I've actually got one of the fans next to me here. And your name, sir?
Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. So I'm just going to say, I was going to say you're excited, but talking about the understatements and things like that. But in terms of the builder, how do you see this going?
I think we've got a great chance. I know Man United are in better form than us, but anything can happen in one game, and they've been great all season, and the atmosphere is going to be absolutely electric at Wembley. So, I fancy us to do it.
And it's amazing, really, the turnaround that we've had. When you look at the way Eddie Howe has made a difference to this football club, and just the general atmosphere amongst the fans.
Oh yeah, a massive turnaround. I was saying to you before, a couple of seasons ago, first game of the season, you could walk up and buy a ticket on the door. Now these tickets today have been like absolute gold dust, and there'll be thousands there without tickets. The whole place is going to be taken over in black and white. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely unbelievable.
Great, Andrew, thank you. I have to say, Natalie, that obviously I was working for the football club when we were in the FA Cup finals in 98 and 99. and the games are awful. And at least this time, all the Newcastle fans are going down there. Yes, they want to win it, but you know what? They all feel as though we've got a real chance for this one now, because Newcastle, I know they didn't play very well against Liverpool, but generally, when Newcastle are actually on song, they can give anybody a really good game. They've got a serious chance here this afternoon.
Yeah, just quickly, Graeme, then how, likewise, like I asked with Darren, how will they win it? And also, I've been asking it all morning, the Nick Pope situation, the fact that Loris Karius comes into it, does that put a little bit of doubt into Newcastle, perhaps, for you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if Nick Pope had been in goal, he's arguably been one of the best players for Newcastle so far this season. And the fact that Karius is coming in now, never actually kicked a ball in anger for Newcastle United. Hasn't actually kicked a ball in anger since February 2 years ago when he was at Union Berlin on loan. So, there's a lot on his shoulders. But the key thing this afternoon will be Bruno. And Bruno, back from suspension, been a massive, massive miss. He really has. And if he's on song, then Newcastle, I tell you what, they've got a real chance.
Yeah. Okay, score prediction, Graeme?
Newcastle will win 3-2.
Ooh, I love it.
Lots of goals.
What about you, Darren? What's your hunch?
3-1 Man United.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to be treated to a great final then. Appreciate you joining us and sparing the time while you're making your way down, guys. Darren, Graeme, safe travels. Enjoy the day out at Wembley as well.
Good luck, lads.
All of us.
All right.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Tony. Bye-bye.
Oh, it's going to be fascinating. I sort of feel bad in a way highlighting the Loris Karius situation, because it kind of feels like you're putting extra pressure on him because of what's happened in his Liverpool days. You never know. He could have an absolute blinder today.
Well, we talked a little bit earlier about redemption in certain players on both sides. He would be the biggest one ever. If he can have a game and put the memories of what happened in the Champions League final behind him, finally, with a real positive story, that's a fairy tale sort of ending.
That is the ultimate.
Unfortunately, sport isn't really like that at times.
No, it can be cruel at times.
It's a close call between the two of them.
I mean,
I thought about this game quite a lot over the last few days, and Ramirez coming back is a big one for Newcastle. They have lost, and we've talked about the loss of Nick Pope, which is obviously a big shame for him to not play. But I think, I likewise, I think it'll be goals. I think it'll be a good cup final.
Oh, we're looking forward to it. And you can listen in here on talkSPORT. 4:30, I should say. It kicks off at Wembley. Manchester United against Newcastle then, this League Cup final. And then don't forget, not only do we have that, we also bring you Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury live from Saudi Arabia. 7 o'clock on talkSPORT 2. You've got the undercard before we switch to here on talkSPORT at 9 for the main event itself. We have got everything covered for you across the talkSPORT network today.